Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a cool unboxing to do for you. So, this here is from Vero Engineering. Joseph Vero is an awesome dude. He's been really cool to me. He recently lasered my logo onto this fulcrum here. I got this blue wash fulcrum. I've shown this enough times now, but I also have the plain tie from my buddy Kyle, but I love the fulcrum. It's my favorite pry bar of all time. And anyway, I believe there's one in here. And there's also something else in here, which you could probably tell from the title. So I'm just going to cut through it this way with my Brian Brown Raptor, which I am absolutely in love with. Check this out. And here we go. All right. So, interesting packaging. Make sure I didn't miss anything. There's some brown paper in here. Hold this down. All right. We have it. So here we go. So this is actually a loaner package. So I'll be sending this around. I guess he sent a mini fulcrum. I thought it was going to be the large size. So this is a mini fulcrum. And there you go. Plain titanium mini fulcrum. And essentially this is just to pass around the group. And anybody who hasn't checked out a mini fulcrum will check out a mini fulcrum, which is cool. I do like the mini fulcrum. I just think that it's best served with the clipless option and just dropped in a pocket or bag or something. This clip is very hard to get in and out of pocket with these O-rings. Now, I think looking at the O-rings, it looks like he's made some changes. Oh, I guess they are the same O-rings. I don't know. They look different somehow. But when I had one, that was my biggest problem, was I couldn't get it in and out of pocket well because you get caught on the O-rings. That's why you can see here, he has it where the O-rings are up top and they're not, you know, like on this fulcrum, I have it where they cover each side, one here and one here. This holds them in just fine. I tried it myself. You can't accidentally have them come out, but it lets you get the clip a little farther up before it starts to be an issue, and then you get more clearance back here, so it's a little easier. I still don't love that feature, but other than that, I mean, it's just a smaller fulcrum, which is awesome because you have the bit driver. So it comes with extra bits and O-rings, which is awesome. So I'll be sending that around. And when I say around or whatever, YouTube channels that want to review this knife will be able to. So I asked him because I didn't buy one of these or pre-order one of these just because I'm not a big fan of the double detent system. But I did handle it at Blade Show, and I did actually kind of like it. So I sort of wanted to give one a shot, and I figured I could review it, you know. And he was nice enough to send a loaner version. So he does have the patch for it. It just doesn't come in a pouch like the other knives, which is interesting. And that could be due to the price. He did keep the price down pretty good on this one. This is a cool box. So here's your cloth and your patch, obviously. Some Vero stickers, your candy. Full titanium liners and hardware, ceramic ball bearings, and double detent. Overall length 6.35, blade length 2.75, blade is M390. There it is. This is the SS. Does that mean stainless steel? That would be interesting. We will find out. Could just mean stonewash. Could mean something else. Satin. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it is titanium. That was kind of the one I wanted to check out. So let me just put this cloth on top. Put the stickers on top. I want to keep everything together if I can before I send it out. I want everybody to get the same experience that I did. And here we go. So here it is. So I was thinking of getting one of these. And if I did, I was probably thinking of getting the titanium, just because it's kind of cool to do that. And I was just like, where's the lockup? It's got the flick down, so it does have a flip. Wow, it's got a full flipper design all the way around. It's pretty cool, actually. So you can front flick it like that, you can back flick it like that, and then you have the slot. So to me, it kind of looks like a mini Axon. But he actually did a mini Axon, which is a liner lock. So Essentially, it is that, but it's also not because it's a double detent and everything. But you can see huge similarities, which is cool. So that is awesome. Let's give her a flick. Now, obviously, you're going to be, I believe it's right hand only, right? Yep, right hand only on the clip. Otherwise, it's pretty much ambidextrous, so it would have been cool to have a lefty clip, I think. But let's give her a flick. Okay. She comes out of there, and then you actually can get a full 4-finger grip. At least I can if I use the choke up point. Now, with the double detent, you need to be careful because if you break that blade's going right into my finger. You don't. That's one thing I don't like about certain knives that have the double detent. There's no guard. That's why I kind of like them to have flipper tabs because it kind of turns the flipper tab into a guard. But you just need to be careful and treat it like a slip joint. I would more than likely be using it like this a lot. And even if I broke that, it wouldn't really matter, right? I do hear it kind of squeaking, so I don't know if it just needs a little bit of lube or if that's just... I mean, it is brand new, obviously. You hear that? Detent is pretty good, actually. It's not bad. It's kind of light. It's dead center. Can I throw it out? Yeah, I mean, but that took a good amount of work. So let's give it a flick. Flicks out. His flippers are always just, you don't even need a detent on his flippers, really, because they just give you so much leverage. Front flip works great. Is there like a top flip sort of thing you can do? Like a Bic lighter sort of thing? You could do it from the back like that, and then I guess you could do it from the front like that. So there's that. Yeah, let me drop a little bit of KPL in here. Let's see. I'm actually going to use the oil from Orion Knives because... sorry. Because it has this little needle tip, and it's just a lot easier to get into places, and I want to be precise on this one. Drop a little oil. Drop a little oil, and then I always take an air can, so pardon me, it might be a little loud for a second. I try to be gentle because I don't want to, I'm not trying to spray it through or anything. It could also be the detents, which I don't know where they are. I see sort of a break in a liner. This is really interesting. Okay, I see them. They're down here. So I don't know if I can zoom in. I believe they're down there. See the balls on either side? Can you see it? I can see the shadow of it, which is interesting. There, you can see one. We had it for a second. There, you can kind of see the ball right there and there. There's two of them. There you go. You can sort of get an idea. I don't know. I suck at that. I'm sorry. So I need to get KPL in that area, really. But it's hard because, you know. Almost need to take the damn thing apart to do it. I think I can get it in there, though. Hang on. Get that air again. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Sorry, I just figured I might as well do this now. Yeah. That's about the best I can get. I don't know if it's just too tight. Is there any play? Maybe the tiniest bit. So anyway, right-handed, flicks out nice, and then you have that bounce down, so you got to give it the right spot. I'm not the best at these, so let me try the flipper. All right, so you can tell already why I don't like double detent knives. Here's my reasoning. I'm one of those people that's sort of like I'm not OCD. I don't want to make it sound like I actually have a disorder or something, but I mean, I might. And whenever I have a double detent knife, I basically play a game with myself where I have to keep playing, like I have to keep getting it. And I'll sit here for an hour just doing this, and then I'll miss one, and I'll be like, and I gotta start over. How many can I get in a row? Like, it's kind of like I was addicted to that game on the phone a long time ago, where you're this kid and you are on a skateboard, and you have like 3 lanes, and you have to jump between lanes, left, middle, and right, and there's like trains coming and things you gotta jump and dive under and get like level ups and shit. And I would just keep playing that until I got the highest score ever, and then I would restart and keep going, and I would get like millions and millions of points, and like I just couldn't stop myself. I just have that personality, and that's what a double detent knife does to me. Also the fact that it doesn't lock doesn't help, right? But I would just do this all day, and I can't bring myself to do that. So anyway, you can reverse flick it very easily as long as you're not being an idiot. The clip as a lefty is a little bit annoying, I won't lie. Because of where I land, I kind of land right on the edge of the clip, and it makes it kind of hard to get a good spot. Right-handed, it's super easy. You're just in a great spot to get it. Again, reversible clip would have been awesome on this. It's also very small, so I'm trying with my large glove-sized hands here. But the ergos are actually fairly good. Like, I'm enjoying holding it. It's good. I'm sure it cuts well. Seems like it has a good edge on it. It's a flat grind, so it's very much like its big brother. Man who can't cut paper, cut paper. Okay, let's try a different angle. Yeah, it cuts. Seems a little bit thick. Seems a little bit, I don't know. Doesn't seem perfect on the edge. Still feels good, but like, I mean, if you take a look at my my axe on here, this thing came razor sharp. Of course, I have an edge on it now, but that's basically how it came, like a freaking laser beam. And I'm betting if I tried that with this, it wouldn't work as well. Now, I've cut a lot with this thing, with the axe on, so let's just give it a shot. Flick it out. Coat it down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it has the greatest edge on it from Best Tech. That's who the OEM is on this, so I don't know. I'm sure a quick sharpening or a strop even would probably bring this back, and it feels good. So it could also just be my idiocy, which we all know exists. So again, right-handed, this thing feels pretty damn good. Left-handed, you know, if you're going to be doing the reverse flick, you got to be careful. You're just, I don't know. That clip is really bugging me, to be honest. If I was going to own one of these, see, here's one thing that's not an issue with his knives or anything, but like, you can't just take the clip off and rock it clipless. Like, it would look kind of weird to do that, right? Because it has a cutout for it and everything. But that's what I was thinking I'd do, is just take the clip off, put the screw back in, or whatever you do to make it clipless, and then you could just use it a lot easier left-handed, I think. It still works pretty well. Let's try a thumb flick. There you go. So yeah, this is a really cool knife. I'm glad I'm getting to check it out. I will do a full review on it. This is kind of a first impressions as well, so I'm not going to do all 3 videos. I really appreciate Joseph for sending it my way. And you guys know I'm not the double detent slip joint guy, so like, obviously I'm not going to know how to use this, and I'm not going to make it look good. And I'm also probably not going to be in love with it as much as, you know, I would be if this was like a locked up version. So keep that in mind. That's why we're going to pass it around to as many channels as we can. Let them review it and check it out and see what they think. If anybody, you know, is into these more than I am, I want those people to check it out. What am I doing there? And it does sound better already. it's wearing in that track on the blade. And this is the Stonewash. That's what that means. Stonewash blade, Stonewash titanium M390. I really like the feel of the titanium. The one I handled at Blade Show was a, I think it was just red G10, to be honest. And I enjoyed it. It was actually really fun to play with. And now that I'm starting to get it down again, you know, it's a good time. The reason I like this knife, and I think this double detent is more enjoyable and kind of makes more sense than all the other ones before it, like the MBK EWC, the Concept Fusa I reviewed, is because of the slots. So it's not just a flipper. That's the thing. Like, you just end up doing this all day with those knives, right? Whereas this, you can still get that enjoyable reverse flick going. And that means a lot to me, to be able to reverse flick the knife. And then you can also thumb roll it out. You can thumb flick it out. You can back flick it. You can front flick it. You can probably do some of the over-the-top stuff you cool kids do. So there's just a lot of options here. You know, it just doesn't lock, and it's a little small. But I like it. I actually like it a lot. I think it's a great design. I've always loved the Axon, so naturally I'm going to love a miniature-sized kind of version of it. I do kind of want to get my hands on a mini Axon when they come out. I just feel like after getting the lefty Axon, I don't really feel like going back to a right-handed one. But again, I will try to get one in to review at least. So that is the Neuron. This is number 328. Anybody who ordered one of these, I think you got a cool item here. Obviously, you knew you were getting a double detent. So, you know, and the price point I think is good. I think these are like $200, even with the titanium, I think. I think they started at like $150 or something in G10, which is pretty damn good for a Vero product. It's also probably why it comes in this box instead of a pouch. But at least you get all the other stuff. So yeah, that is the Neuron. Thank you to Joseph for sending that in, as well as the mini fulcrum. I really appreciate you letting us check these out and kind of passing them around. This is the first time I've asked him about that. Usually I just buy the knives. But, you know, this just isn't my style. So I wasn't going to go and drop the money on it if I didn't have to. So I asked, and he was very, very nice enough to send it around. So thank you, Joseph. Thank all you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about double detent knives and what you think about the Vero Neuron here. If nothing else, it's sort of an affordable Vero knife. You know, that's kind of new. I think the Axon is really reasonable as well, starting at like $260. But this is sub $200. So, excuse me, that's pretty good. And I like this version. So I'm going to shut up now. Thank you, guys. I love you all. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.